Well, it sure looks like a winter wonderland, doesn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? I know I complain about the cold all the time, and it has been cold, but you know what? Honestly, for me, one of the finest things in life is to just stand still for a few moments and watch the woods silently fill up with snow. So I'm going to stop complaining for a little bit and just enjoy this winter wonderland in May. It is May 9th. I just stepped out of the van. It's around noontime. The snow's going to continue all day. We're supposed to get anywhere from 4 to 7 inches. I'm going to go into the house and I'm going to put on some long underwear, some old socks, put on my boots, my work boots. I'm going to go walk the perimeter of my property. I do this every now and then. I prefer to do it in the winter time because the cold and the snow keeps the ticks down. They're not as active in the cold. So my boundary line runs along this tree line here. Woo! I'm patrolling the perimeter. I think the video is going to be a little hit or miss. It's awfully windy. I don't want my new camera to get soaking wet. So this is the corner point. One of the corner points. That's a surveyor's pin driven in there. Had a boundary dispute with the previous neighbor over there. They paid to survey it. And after the surveying was done, I ended up gaining 1/10 of an acre. I went from 0.7 something to 0.83 or something like that. So it's a triangular piece of property, a right triangle with this out there. That's the field we just walked down, that being the hypotenuse and this being one of the right angle legs, the furthermost point. That's the road out that way. But yeah, every once in a while I patrol the perimeter just to make sure everything's okay, nobody's messing around. I did find a little artifact over here. Hope I can find it again. You follow my tracks. Hey, those aren't my tracks, are they? Yes, okay, those are my tracks. I found, oh, here it is. I keep finding artifacts on the property. Look at this. That looks like one of the walls, one of the side plates of an old wood stove. So let's see. Yeah, there's the tree with the markings on it. That's that's not a corner post. At least it's not a corner post to my property. That's a corner post to my neighbor's property over there. Well, looks like another one of my trees got toppled over the last year or so. This wasn't here the last time I came out. So I've lost this tree, and I lost one of my big birch trees 2 or 3 years ago. If I keep losing trees like this, I'm going to have none left. So old apple trees. I have about 2 dozen of them on the property. Some of them bear edible fruit. This is an old wellhead. They didn't put a cap on it, but they did fill it full of rocks. I had to drill a new well because they couldn't just try and drill the rocks out of this one. They might break the casing, and then they'd have to drill a new well anyway. So I just had a new well drilled back in 2014. Well, how about this, huh? For May 10th. Welcome to Maine.